Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I know I look like trash and I know my room is a mess with all this stuff. I'm in the middle of washing my sheets. So yeah, that's a thing. But anyway guys, I thought it would be fun to do a Star Wars tag. Oh my gosh, people are replying to my comments. But it could be mean people, who knows, because the Star Wars fandom is pretty savage. So I found a tag on Tumblr which has 60 questions. I don't know how updated this is, so I don't know like about the newer movies being included. But it was the biggest one I could find. A lot of them, I saw one which had like 10 questions. I'm like, I'm not doing that for a video. So this has 60 questions. I just found this on Tumblr. I typed for Star Wars tag, and this is what I came up with. So it does say it's updated. I don't know when it was updated. I couldn't find like a date on this, but I'm just gonna go into it. So the first question is, which Star Wars film was your favorite of the original trilogy? Now, before I get into this too much, yes, the Star Wars reviews will be returning in a bit. I'm just not sure when yet, but it will be happening. But even if you haven't seen my old ranking, or you've never heard me talk about it, it's not really much of a secret if you know me that my favorite movie of all time, hands down, is Empire Strikes Back. Just adore that movie. So definitely that one. Return of the Jedi, I can't speak English, is a close second for me. Obviously, love that movie to death, but Empire just has the edge because it's just literally perfect. Everything about that movie is pretty much perfect to me. So I can't really say much else about it. So number 2 is, if you like the prequels, or if you enjoy the prequels, which one is your favorite? That's an easy answer for me. Revenge of the Sith, I think by far the best of the prequels. 1 and 2, like 1 I find to be kind of boring, 2 is a guilty pleasure, but I don't think it's that good objectively. But Revenge of the Sith is the best prequel, and I do really like it. Again, I can't really say I have a solidified opinion on it yet. It's probably my least watched. I'm planning to change that, but right now I would say it's probably my least watched. But I do really like that movie. Revenge of the Sith is a good movie. Now, I don't know who made this tag, because number 3 is, how old were you when episode 1 came out? Well, I wasn't alive because it came out in 1999 and I was born in 2002. So I would have been about 1 month old when Attack of the Clones came out. So or no, Attack of the Clones came out 1 month before me. I would have been negative 1 month old when Attack of the Clones came out. And I was about 3, I think, when Revenge of the Sith came out. Okay. But I didn't know what Star Wars was. I was 3. So, and nobody would take a 3-year-old to see Revenge of the Sith. Honestly, if someone would take a 3-year-old to see Revenge of the Sith, I feel sorry for you, because I saw it when I was like 13, 14, and honestly, at the time, it was intense for me. So, like, gosh, it's like now I like it, but yeah, at the time, I talked about that a little bit more in my Revenge of the Sith review. I did do reviews of all the prequels. I'm going to get to the rest of the movies eventually. I just didn't really have time. I kind of got derailed. But anyway, so the 4th question is, which of the movies have you seen in the theater? This is pretty simple. I've seen every movie since Force Awakens. So I saw Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, Rise of Skywalker. I've seen every movie that's come out since Force Awakens was the first one I was really able to see in the theater, because of my age. I was like 13 when that came out again. I was like 3 when Revenge of the Sith came out. I could have seen that in the theater. I didn't. I didn't even know what Star Wars was at that point. So, but I think my parents got a babysitter or something, but it's funny because technically I did see Attack of the Clones in the theater because I was negative 1 month old. My mom was pregnant with me when she saw Attack of the Clones, and she said that she didn't remember the movie because she was so out of it because she was like 8 months pregnant. That actually happened. Anyway, also the movie is just not that memorable, so there's that. Fun story about me and Attack of the Clones. Yes, I came out before I was born, but I was there technically, so... But the first movie I saw in the theater was Force Awakens, and I've seen all of them since then. So the next question is, did you see any of the movies on opening night? I saw Rise of Skywalker recently. I think it was Thursday. So yes, technically, it wasn't like a big opening night deal or anything. It was just we got 7 o'clock tickets and I saw it. So wasn't really a big deal. I did the same thing with Endgame. I mostly just try to see these movies early so I don't get spoiled, because I don't want to get spoiled online. So this is kind of what I do. next question is, who's your favorite character from the original trilogy? So, I don't want to sound cliche here, but like my favorite character, like, I say my favorite character, but I don't necessarily mean my favorite character ever in any media, for necessarily, but my favorite Star Wars character ever is still Luke. I mean, I can't, I feel weird about saying that, but Luke is just, I don't know. Luke was the character that got me into Star Wars. I had a massive crush on him when I was like 13. There are other characters I absolutely love since then, but if I had to pick one character that, you know, was like, that's the character that got me into Star Wars, that's the character that I connected with, it's Luke. And my second favorite, I mean, obviously I love Chewie, I love the droids, all that. I love Leia, but my second favorite character is Han. I love Han so much. He's awesome. And Luke and Han together, we don't get enough Luke and Han romance moments. I think they're cute together. I don't really ship it, but it's just like a bromance. It's cute. They're cute. And I just like them together. But that's kind of beside the point. So I'd say Luke and then Han, probably. In the original trilogy. Those are my favorites. And Chewie is just, I love Chewie so much. Anyway, the next one is going to be, who's your favorite character from the prequels? Definitely Obi-Wan. See, I love Anakin too. Like, Anakin's pretty great, but I think Obi-Wan is my favorite. I actually prefer prequel Obi-Wan to OT Obi-Wan. Like, OT Obi-Wan is good. Like, Alec Guinness, obviously great actor, but like, he, in the original trilogy, he's like that standard mentor figure. I really liked seeing what they did with it in the prequels. It gave him a lot more development. Ewan McGregor did a fantastic job. I don't think I would have cared as much about Anakin's story or been invested in it had it not been for Obi-Wan. I just love him so much. Not saying he's the most powerful Jedi or the most perfect character or anything. He definitely made mistakes. He did every character. But I just think he's great. I just love him. He's great. This is number 8. Have you read any books or comics? I don't really think I have. I've read a couple Star Wars related things. I probably had an encyclopedia from the library. One of the things I do remember reading, this isn't a canon book, but I can't remember the guy who did them, but he did Shakespearean Star Wars, where he wrote it like a Shakespeare play. I can't remember the guy who did it, so that was pretty fun. But I don't really have any of the like Star Wars novelizations or anything. So to me, I just kind of like rather watch a movie than read a book. That's just how I am personally. If it's just like a novelization or a book based on a movie, obviously if it's a movie based on a book, you're going to be cutting things out of the book. The book's going to be more detailed and interesting, you know. So like with something like Harry Potter, those are movies based on books. I love both the books and the movies, but that's beside the point. So anyway, so they're asking if you read the books and comics, and they're asking what's your favorite book or series. Again, pretty much inapplicable for these next few questions, because my favorite comic and my favorite character from the expanded universe, I will say I'm definitely not really well versed on the EU at all. That's just something that unfortunately, like, I'm not trying to be like in the dark and be like, oh my god, the EU doesn't count. I'm not like that at all. I love lots of weird non-canon shit people put on the internet. I'm just saying that in terms of like, I just haven't really watched or had experience with it. I was thinking of watching Clone Wars at some point. I think I do need to do that at some point. So that's definitely something that needs to happen. But I will say right now that I don't really have a favorite character, favorite villain from the EU. And this next question is, if you had your own ship from the Star Wars universe, what would it be? So I just have to say, I mean, look, lots of ships are cool. Like, dude, Leia's ship, Admiral Ackbar's ship, TIE fighters, the freaking Death Star, the Super Star Destroyer. But I have to say X-Wing. Like, I know that's cliche, but like, just again, Luke was my first fave. I really can't say anything else. Just those X-Wings. I mean, honestly, I have a thing for like the pilots. I love the pilots in Star Wars. I'm that person. I don't forget like the underrated characters. Like, I don't forget about like Biggs, okay? And like also Poe Dameron is really hot. So just pilots. I love pilots in Star Wars. They're great. They're fantastic. So X-Wings for sure. So the next question is would you rather be a Sith or Jedi? The answer is gray. Because yeah. So I think the Jedi code is like, I have issues with both the Sith and Jedi codes. So so I'd be more Grave, probably. Like, more Jedi than Sith, but I definitely have issues with both. Okay, so it says, would you rather be a rebel or the member of the Imperial Navy, and what would your role be? That's an easy answer. I just was literally talking about rebel pilots, dude. I know I actually don't know how to fly anything in real life, but if I was in that universe, heck yeah, I'm gonna be a rebel pilot, baby. Just, yep. So, alright, the next question is, if you could be any species from the Star Wars universe, what would you be? So, obviously, we're excluding humans because that's kind of a given. But I just think, I don't know, Wookiees. Like, Wookiees are just fun. Like, I don't know. It would make me tall, at least, because I'm short, so I'd love to be a Wookiee. No, but seriously, honestly, that would be awesome. Oh, Jesus. If you could date or marry any character from the Star Wars universe, who would you pick? That's hard. But, like, Luke. But also Obi-Wan. Just, I don't know, man. That's hard. If you could be a Star Wars character, who would you be? Luke. Or Han. Han is pretty fun. I think being Han would be fun, but it would also have a lot of setbacks, like having to owe people lots of money. I don't know, I think I'd be Luke. Or Rey, because Rey's a girl, so, I'm like, Rey is a girl Jedi, so I guess I'm more like Rey than Luke, but I would just be a Jedi. That's what I would. I know I said I don't agree with the Jedi code or whatever, but like Luke and Rey are kind of rogues. They're like the last Jedi of their respective generations, so like they don't have to abide by that shitty prequel code. Not trashing on the prequels. I'm just saying the Jedi code and the prequels and the whole attachments forbidden and all that crap is just stupid. But I love like Luke and Rey are not like that. So totally like Rey or Luke. And if I was a non-Jedi, I'd probably be like Jyn Erso or somebody. Jyn Erso's awesome. Underrated. Rogue One is underrated. So, I'm just gonna say right now, okay, so what color would your lightsaber be? And what kind would it be? Double-bladed, single-bladed? And would you dual wield? And what kind of grip would it have? That's a lot of information. So, color, honestly, I can't really decide. I think like green would be cool. I don't see green as much. I see blue all the time. But green is my favorite lightsaber. My favorite green saber was Luke's green saber that he made in Return of the Jedi. I just always thought Luke was the green saber. Like, I've talked about loving Luke Skywalker this whole video. I've talked about, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie of all time. But I always loved Luke in Return of the Jedi. Just the Empire Strikes Back is a transitional thing, but Return of the Jedi is when he really comes into his own. The like black outfit, the green saber that I just always loved. I thought he was really attractive. Just Luke in Return of the Jedi is awesome. So green saber for sure. Probably a standard green saber. I do like some of the really cool ones. You got the double-edged one's pretty cool, but I mean I like Kylo Ren's. Kylo Ren's is kind of cool because it has like the little hilt, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I've never really seen light side users have unique sabers. I've seen all the dark side users have them. Like, I'd be okay with, like, a deep blue. I don't think I'd want a light blue saber. Like, pink, purple. I really don't care. I'm not picky. As long as it's not yellow. I don't like yellow. No offense to Rey, but, like, yellow sabers are just... I don't think it's cool looking. Okay, so... The next question is, do you own Star Wars merchandise? So, yeah, I have 5 shirts. I'm wearing one right now, but I have posters, and I have some little things. I have some action figures. I have, I have this one. This is just handy. this Rey figure, this is just handy. I have other ones. I have a Jyn Erso one. I have, like a little mini Luke Skywalker figure. I have a little mini R2-D2. Like I said, I have posters and stuff. So yes, I do have probably more Star Wars stuff than Harry Potter stuff. I love Harry Potter, but like nobody buys me Harry Potter stuff. So okay, that's kind of beside the point. So this is how much to date do you think you've spent on Star Wars merch? Honestly, probably not much because most of it was gifts. Like I said, people buy me Star Wars stuff all the time. because I don't have much money for merchandise. I don't generally buy merchandise unless it's like t-shirts. I spend most of my money on like video games or like some sort of entertainment, you know, that's just not like, I don't usually buy things like shelf knickknacks. The little action figures and things I have were mostly just gifts from people, which is really neat. Like, hey, we know you like Star Wars, right? So that's really nice. I spent a bit of money on shirts. I bought this shirt. I think it was like $10. A lot of my other shirts were given to me too. I think this is the only one I bought actually. And poster was given to me. Pretty much everything I have was really given to me. I think I have like some Star Wars pencils over there. I have a Star Wars box that just my friend gave to me. She's like, hey, I have this metal box. Do you want it? Like, people know I like Star Wars, and I'm a sucker. I'll take Star Wars shit. If people have Star Wars shit they're not using, I'll take them. So, generally, I haven't really spent much money on it. My dad did get me this really awesome Star Wars calendar, which I would show you, but it's up on the wall, and it's really high up, and it's hard to get to, so, yeah. But, maybe, like, next year I can show it to you guys when I'm done using it, right? So, super, super cool. So, and what's your favorite Star Wars possession? Well, if I had to be honest, you can kind of see it in the corner, that poster. I've had that for like 4 years, and it is kind of starting to fall apart, but that is just like the original poster. And there are definitely posters I prefer. I also have a Last Jedi poster right there. If you can see that, it's kind of hard to see, but the Last Jedi poster just kind of came with the, I think the tickets or whatever, so I honestly think it looks really cool. But, and like honestly, like Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, I like some of the other posters better. But, like, I just think that poster is just, like, my possession, right? Also, I have all the movies on DVD except for Rise of Skywalker, because I don't think it's out on DVD yet, because it just came out. But, that doesn't really count as merchandise. That's just owning the movies. And I think I have, like, a Wii game or something. So, I don't know. I'm not really too into, like, buying merchandise. But, anyway, that's just what I think. So, that's probably my oldest poster, too. Like, I have a lot of posters. You see the Beatles poster. I have, like, way too many posters. I have, like, a Wonder Woman poster. Dude, I have, like, a Zelda poster, an Avengers poster. I have, like, so many posters. But that's my first. I think that's the first one I had. So, super cool. I don't know why I have a Paris poster. It's really aesthetic. Like, I like the way it looks. But it's just kind of random. I think I went through a phase where I was like, Paris is so cool. I still haven't been to Paris. I would like to go to Paris someday. I think it'd be really cool to go there, but I don't think I would, like, live there. Like, New York, I'm like, I would totally live there. But, like, Paris, I don't think. Anyway, I'm way off track. So, back to the questions. So, I was asking if you have a favorite Star Wars artist. I don't know if you mean, like, comic artist or what. I'm not really sure what you're saying there. So, are there items you do not own but covet? I mean, yes. Like, people there's some really cool shit out there. There's, like, lamps. Like, model life-size R2-D2 or BB-8 droids, obviously Lego sets, obviously, just, I don't really have any, like, video games. A lot of them are not on Nintendo. I did see a Nintendo Switch Star Wars pinball game. I swear to God, that's a real thing I saw online. I'm like, oh my God, I want to play that. No, not really, I don't, because it's a pinball game. No, I'm just kidding. But, so yeah, it's like if people want to buy me really cool looking high-end stuff, that's cool, but I'm not, like, coveting it in the sense of I need the stuff. I don't even have, like, a, fake lightsaber or anything. I don't even have, like, a plastic lightsaber. I do remember I dressed up as Leia one time. I was, when I was about 13, I think. It was Halloween. I dressed up as Leia, and I think I just borrowed somebody's Nerf gun. Like, instead of a blaster, I just straight up had a Nerf gun, and my parents actually worked on, they did this sheet, I was basically wearing a bed sheet, and we did the hair, because I had long hair then, we, like, put the hair buns, and, that was really fun. So, I know that's not really related, but it's just something that I thought was fun. I dressed up as Padme one time, just for the heck of it. I think, these were probably, like, I mean, I'm wearing white leggings right now, but I had, like, a shirt that I just cut part of it off because it was an old shirt, so that does not fit me at all, so, like, I don't even have it anymore. I probably threw it away. But I just, like, one time I did the TikTok of Padme. I did my makeup, and I'm like, hey, I'm Padme. I don't know. But I really, really loved to, like, I don't know who I would cosplay. Probably Luke, or I I have short hair now, so I could cosplay like Luke on Obi-Wan. Actually, my hair's like the same length as like Obi-Wan in episode 2. Like, dude. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm so not. This is so not. Or of course, Rey. I could do Rey. I could do like Jyn Erso. Okay. So So now they have other items that are not made, but you wish they were made. I guess they're asking like which things would you buy? Like which things would you want them to buy? I think they make pretty much everything, so that's really not really a question. So the next one is, did Han shoot first? So this is obviously a very hot button issue. I'll say right now, I don't like the choice of wording. It's like Han shot first because in the original cut he didn't shoot. Or he shot. He was the only one who shot. He shot Greedo. Greedo never shot him. So there's no first if there's no second. That's just something that, like, as an English person, like, I do, like, English in school, and, like, that's just something that kind of bothers me. I'm just kind of a grammar Nazi, I guess you could say. It's like you can't shoot first if there's no second. But, yes, in the original cut, Han did shoot solo. Han shot solo. That's it. But overall, I think people have made way too big of a deal out of it. I genuinely don't really care at this point. It just does not bother me. When I was younger, I was like, oh my god, Han shot first. But now I just don't care. It's just such a minute change. I don't really understand. I mean, I get some of the arguments, but it's just like people have gone way overboard with it. Like, I'm way more bothered by the awkward CGI job of the HUD scene. And there are things that, you know, that actually bother me about the special editions, and really who shoots a gun first in a shootout really does not that just doesn't really bother me. Now, I do think it's stupid that they keep meddling with it. I just wish they could just leave it alone. It's just dumb. But again, it doesn't really bother me at all. But if you want me to say something, I will say Han shot solo. So, all right. Next one is did Boba Fett, in your opinion, ever leave the Sarlacc pit, or did he die there? You realize the Sarlacc digests you for 1,000 years. So did they mean after 1,000 years, did he come out of the Sarlacc, or did he somehow get out some other way? I don't think so. I think he died. Look, I know y'all love Boba Fett and you want Boba Fett to live, but I don't know. I just never really understood. Like, he's cool looking, but honestly, Boba Fett to me is kind of like Darth Maul. Like, Darth Maul is cool looking. Yeah, I know we got more of him in, like, Expanded Universe, but, like, in the movie himself, he doesn't really do a lot. He just kind of, he has a cool saber and he looks like the devil. I don't know what else to say about Darth Maul. He's just freaky looking. But anyway, so this next question is, are there things about the movies you wish you could change? If so, name 3. So, biggest thing is just the structuring of the prequel trilogy as a whole, because the whole thing with having Anakin as a kid for a movie, and just, they didn't give Hayden 3 movies, and it was just rushed, and Phantom Menace was too much of nothing, and it was just not structured well. Second thing is, make Padme a better character, make her do more in Revenge of the Sith, make her put up more of a fight, explain her death in a way that wasn't she died of a broken heart, and, I don't know, number 3, I'm trying to think. I can't really think of a change I would want to see. I'm trying to think. I mean, there are, like, minor things, so I can't really think of anything major. I don't know, just overall clean up continuity, because there's a lot of, like, plot holes and stuff in general, so just, like, overall continuity, I guess. Okay, so number, what is it, 32? Yeah, 32. Which era would you want to live in? Honestly, as much as, like, oh my gosh, the prequels are cool, and I think Coruscant is super cool, Naboo is super cool, if I had to be honest, I would live in the original trilogy era. Just, like, I'd be that Tatooine. I'd be friends with Luke. Just if I had to, that's where I would want to live. So the next question, okay, so Star Wars games, video game, or tabletop have I played? Like I said, I don't really have many games. What is it? I have one game on the Wii. It's The Force Unleashed. I don't have a proper box for it. That's when I was showing off my Wii games in a completely unrelated video. I haven't played much of it. I played like 15 minutes. I don't remember. But what I do remember was that you start the game as Darth Vader, and he can jump, which is really weird, seeing Darth Vader jump. I just remember that was like a weird thing, and he kind of looks like Batman when he jumps. I don't know, it was just weird. But it's on the Wii, so you have to like fight with like motion controls, like. So yeah, that was fun. But that's the only game I remember ever playing. I don't really have. I know there's some games on like the N64 and GameCube I could get someday, so you never know. Honestly, that's pretty cool. So, I don't know. I just kind of like stick to the movies. So do you play or own Star Wars miniatures? So I don't know if you mean like figures, because I said I do have those figures. So yes. And my favorite Star Wars costume for men, like I have to say, well, any sort of like black outfit, like I said, dude, like Luke's black outfit in Return of the Jedi is probably my favorite. I love just Han's classic get up, and I mean Anakin's dark outfit. Like honestly, just any of the like dark outfits. I don't know, the white ones are okay, but I prefer the dark ones. It's like wouldn't the white Jedi robes get dirty? Like that's just how I am. Like I used to have this like white coat, like a winter coat, like when it was cold. I had this like white coat, and it would get so dirty, and it was just like it was a cute coat, but it got so dirty. And now I have like this like dark green kind of coat. It's almost black. It's a dark color. And I'm like, nobody even notices if it gets dirty. I don't have no clue how dirty it is, because it's like everything is dirty, right? So yeah. The next question is favorite costume for women. Well, that's a little harder. I would definitely go with not the bikini, not the metal bikini. Probably Jyn Erso just has like the coolest. It's just like the best costume. I mean, Rey has like this typical Jedi kind of costumes, but Jyn Erso, I mean, she just has like jeans and a jacket and a rebel gun. Like it's an androgynous costume. Like Padme's is really. All of Padme's costumes are like elaborate, or they're like revealing, or like, hey, let's cut off part of her shirt, which, yeah, that's cool. And obviously Leia's outfit is classic. I mean, like Leia in Empire Strikes Back, when she just has like the coat and the like, I like the androgynous outfits. I like when they're wearing pants. I know that's like weird and nitpicky, but I just don't wear skirts or dresses at all. So like personally, I just like to see those outfits. Like I'd probably say like Jyn Erso. She's got like the black jacket, I think. I don't know. Pretty cool stuff. This was the question, have you ever dressed up as a Star Wars character? Like I said, Leia and Padme. And this question is super strange. It's, have you ever had a Star Wars sex fantasy? Which is a super weird question to ask someone on a tag. Maybe most people wouldn't be ashamed admitting that, but I just kind of feel like that's something most people wouldn't want to talk about. I'm asexual, so no, but I just think it's kind of a weird question. But the next question is, have you ever written fan fiction? So, not really, but I plan to. Like, I have lots of ideas for fan fiction, so I'm gonna start writing fan fiction. I know one time I was trying to work on a script. I was trying to rewrite The Phantom Menace, basically, which is funny because usually my philosophies with fan fiction is I try to not go too far from canon. I try to not, like, rewrite canon or anything. I just kind of add stuff to the existing canon, fill in gaps, or add characters, or change some things, but I don't, you know what I mean? But I was actually trying to rewrite it, like, from the ground up. I don't know why. I just got this idea, so that's something that would be fun. Okay, so I actually don't know what this is. So have you ever been to Celebration or plan on going to CVII? I don't know what that is, actually, so I have no idea. The answer would be no, because I don't know what that is. And have you ever been to Disney Star Wars weekends at Walt Disney World? I've never been to Disney, so no. So do you wish they had the Disney Star Wars weekends at Disneyland? Again, I've never been to either Disney. Okay, these are like all Disney questions. Okay, so none of that mattered. Okay, what initially brought you to the Star Wars fandom? Well, obviously when I was a young kid, I was like 8, I saw the original trilogy. I liked it, but I was scared. But I would say definitely like when I was like 12 and I rewatched the original trilogy, that's just what got me into it. I was just like, man, this stuff is awesome. Like the original trilogy, it's just freaking awesome. I just like, I don't know, I just love the original trilogy so much. I still love the original trilogy. I can't imagine a time when I didn't love the original trilogy. Like, it's just so weird to me. So, do you consider yourself a Star Wars fanboy or fangirl? I would say, yes, I'm in the fandom, but like I don't like saying like fanboy fangirl because it's really toxic mentality. A lot of times the Star Wars fandom can be really toxic, so there's a lot of that. The next question is, have you seen Fanboys? Oh, the movie. Oh, favorite character under quote? No, I haven't. And are you happy that they're making 7, 8, and 9? So this must have been before they came out. Do you think it should be done? I was happy, like, when they made 7. Oh, dude, it was so good. Freaking awesome. I loved, like, it was a great experience, just, like, seeing the Star Wars movies, seeing, like, 7, 8, and 9. It was a great experience. The next one is, you know, do you think they should continue the Skywalker legacy or use new characters or something entirely different? See, now that 9 is over, I think they should do something entirely different. Although I do want to see the Obi-Wan things. So, did you watch the Clone Wars? I have plans to. I do think I need to see that sometime. So, this is another question, Ahsoka. I know of this character, but it's what do you think happened to her? I don't know because I haven't seen it. And Star Wars Rebels, that's another show. I haven't seen that either. So, 53 is what did you initially think when Disney bought Star Wars, and how do you feel about it now? I can't remember. I think when Disney bought Star Wars, I wasn't, like, super into Star Wars at the time. I just kind of remember thinking it was interesting. I was just like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do, right? And then they actually ended up making 7, and then I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. So, and how do you feel about it now? Well, they've made, like, 5 movies since then. I thought they were all, like, decent. Solo was fine, just kind of, but, like, I think they have made, like, a bit too many movies in a short amount of time. The yearly releases have been a lot. I'm honestly glad they're focusing on TV and not movies, even though I'm not a big TV person, just because, I don't know, I just feel like the yearly movies were a lot. I think they do need to take a step back. It's a bit oversaturation, but I think they're doing some cool stuff with Star Wars, for sure. So, so is it talking about standalone movies? Are there characters you want to see get your own movie? Definitely. I mean, I know it's going to be on TV, but I still want to see an Obi-Wan movie. And outside of that, I can't really think. I'm trying to think of, like, what else I would want to see. What we need is a Jar Jar Binks movie. Sorry, my voice is gone. I think Qui-Gon could be cool. Qui-Gon's a cool character. They'd have to get a young Qui-Gon. They'd have to get someone else to do it, but he's a cool character, so I think he could be cool. So that's in the expanded universe not being canon any longer. I couldn't really care less because, again, I've never really been into the expanded universe, so my voice is just, like, completely gone right now. But, like, yeah, I feel bad for people who are like, this is so canon and then it's not canon anymore, but at the same time, I think it really clears up the continuity for the canon, so I think I'm okay with it not being canon. Like, you can totally like it, you can think of it as canon, whatever, I just genuinely do not care. So, again, this must have been made before Episode 7. Okay, it was January 4th, 2016. Which, wait, that came out after Episode 7. I don't know. So, it was what parts of the EU need to be incorporated into the movies, and any guesses to the plot of Episode 7. This is such outdated tag. And do you like the title, The Force Awakens? That is a question I can actually answer. It's out now. I do like that title, yes. I like the title of all of the... I think all of the new movie, I think the titles are okay. I was kind of speculative about the title, Rise of Skywalker. I still don't know how I feel about it. I'm not going to get into that because spoilers, but, except I already did kind of drop spoiler earlier, but yeah. But Rise of Skywalker, I don't know how I felt about that title, but it wasn't bad. It certainly wasn't bad. So the next one is, what are you looking forward to in Episode 7? Haha. Hey, 2016 person. Guess what I saw? I loved Episode 7, honestly. A lot of people are like, I don't know why. It's like Last Jedi came out, and then people turned on Force Awakens, and they're just like, Force Awakens sucks now. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. What happened to make you hate Force Awakens? Like, I don't understand. And the last question, if you had a question to add to this list, what would it be? So definitely just questions about the new movies, because this is an old thing. And there's some more tags here, so maybe one day I could do more of them. But for now, that's it for that tag. So anyway, guys, I have other things I'm planning to film really soon. I have a lot of stuff to film, so I'll see you all some other time. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.